Simon Ekpa have purchased more weapons to defeat the Nigeria army. No be small thing o. He say for this video that he's going to invest heavily in military so that he go fit make an enemy run. I want you to watch the videos before we come back and continue.
A lot of resources, a lot of time, a lot of sacrifice has made it possible that people in Biafra land today are bragging that nobody can come there and attack and go free. And we are just starting. We have invested in defense of Biafra and we continue to invest. And I want every one of you to understand that when we are being faced with threat of extinction, it requires a lot of resources to make the enemy to understand that you can't come in and kill and go. And that particular message, I believe today, is very, very clear to the enemy that Biafra land is a no-go area. And that's why we are doing many things we are doing, which a lot of people will never understand. It is also the same way when every nation are displaying their military might, their military capability, their defense, capability, is sending message to the enemy that you cannot try us and we will deal with you. So even though we don't have aircraft, we don't have fighter jet, we don't have military tanks and all that, we have ground forces, bigger than Nigeria. We also have men who are more brave, more trained, even more experienced than those Nigeria terrorist army. And I don't need to be saying it because the result is there. So we are also sending messages to those who have been attacking other indigenous people in Nigeria, killing them in masses. 2 days ago, we were watching how they were running from Plateau State, from the community that hosts one of the university there. And people were massacred. And everybody was watching. And what they do, and they have been doing for ages, is to video and be shouting and posting on social media. There is no help. Nobody comes to defend them. And don't forget that we, the Biafra people, were once there. We were once in their shoe. We were once seeing us being massacred and we make videos and share. We were once being chased away from our own community and our own villages only for us to share the video. We were once even advocating for people to always video and speak English so that when we post it out there on social media, the world will know what is going on. We have advocated for that when we were like them. But today, we are no longer doing that. Today, when the criminals and the terrorists come to kill, we have what it takes to defend ourselves. And if they succeed in inflicting any pain to us, we are also in the position to share or not to share, because the capability to defend our land is there. And to those who have sabotaged the Biafra Defense Forces in their different villages, most of them have also paid the price of the sabotage. Because when the enemy come, before we will go there, they may have inflicted a number of degrees of damages in their community. And so many of them have repented and have realized their mistake. So there is no sabotage. But knowing our people, who they are, and because of what Nigeria have inflicted in their brains, it is never going to end. The sabotage is something that we are going to face till the restoration of Biafra. And that's why when the sabotage comes, I am not very bothered, because it is part of the struggle. It is not just because of Biafra. It is, the sabotage is everywhere. There are countries that are sabotaging their own country today. So it is something that have to do with humans, and we can't eradicate it completely. But the good news is that when Biafra become an independent state, we have the solution. We have what it takes to end every sabotage, to make every single person become patriotic citizen. Through government policies, through inclusive governance, through equality, progress, equity, and justice. Nobody will have any reason to go against or feel neglected by the government, like what we see in Nigeria today. The neglect, the marginalization, the inequality is too much. And so is what you are seeing today, where Biafra land has been sealed and protected under the watch and defense of the Biafra Defense Force, which include Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra Resistance Fighters, the Biafra Air Force, and Biafra Navy. The Navy of Biafra is very active in Bakassi Peninsula. The reason for Bakassi Peninsula is because of the experience of the Biafra War. We know exactly what Nigeria did to us and Cameroon during the Biafra War. The blockade of Biafra were very effective. They used Bakassi Peninsula to enforce the blockade of Biafra. So when you are hearing that rocket that is moving, it is only in Bakassi that the Biafra Defense Forces have used rocket. And you know, some of them are wondering, is this really rocket or what is it? Yes, we are using rocket. Because when they come to kill, they also come with RPG, and we need to have more superior response. That's why the explosion is being heard in Bakassi and no other place at this point. So it is going to be continue like that. And of course, with the help of the alliance of Ambazonia, we are making sure that this particular alliance is yielding the desired result. So the Biafran Navy will continue to use rocket to make sure we delegitimize Nigeria and weaken this particular area that were used for the blockade of Biafra. That's why what is happening there is that because a lot of you may have asked the question, why is the rocket, why is the explosion in Bakassi and all that? We are making a very big statement in Bakassi to tell them this time around there will be no blockade and it will never work. And that's why we are also investing on air defense. As I'm talking to you today, we can boast of air defense, anti-aircraft, many of them, and it will continue to come. So our investment on defense is increasing, and as it increases, it is also more responsibility as we need to feed those machines.
Okay, my wonderful people, welcome back. As you have watched that video, and please I want you to drop your own opinion and share the video so that other people will know what they happen for this side. I want you to share and subscribe to this channel. Remember, say you still there for the news info.